Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Catskills, and this Sunday's service, a ceremony of letting go. Our minister is Reverend Margaret O'Neill, and she will be back in the pulpit next Sunday. My name is Liz Thomas, and I am the worship leader for this Sunday's service. My pronouns are she, her. For those who are attending on Zoom, please make sure that you have supplies ready for today's service. You will need matches, a bowl for burning, a piece of paper, a writing utensil, a bowl of water, I know it's a lot, I'm sorry, a little bit of oil, and a candle. Or you can just be in the presence and participate that way. Please also note that a version of our joys and sorrows and also our meditation will occur during the ceremony. So those are still present, just a little bit different. Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious faith that carries no creed and welcomes all seekers. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcomed here. We are guided by the values of justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, centered always in the power of love. We draw on many sources of wisdom and inspiration as we seek to understand the world, the universe, and the mystery beyond all human knowing. Our principles are important to us at UU Catskills, and we strive to live our values on a daily basis. We acknowledge that our sanctuary is built on Lenni Lenape land. We affirm that Black Lives Matter. We are a welcoming congregation for the LGBTQ+ community. We are a congregational affiliate of the Ulster Immigrant Defense Network, and we are an active voice in the effort to address climate change. A special welcome to all of our visitors joining us today. For our visitors in person, a member of our welcoming team will be at the welcome table. Would today's welcomer please wave so everyone knows who you are? Hi, Mary. Okay. Okay, too. Any visitors can sign our visitor book, and then you will receive our email newsletters, which has all of the information about the upcoming events at UU Catskills. If you are a visitor online and would like to be added to our mailing list, you can put your name and email address in the chat box area on Zoom. A reminder that people of all ages, young and old, are welcome here at UU Catskills. Please stay for either an in-person or virtual coffee break after today's service. So here we are again, another Sunday of community and connection, and 2024 has come and almost gone. Take a moment to breathe in and a moment to breathe out. Taking your hand and placing it on your heart. And we'll do 2 more breaths together. So as you are ready, breathing in and breathing out. And 1 more together, breathing in and breathing out. Take a moment to look around you and silently connect with the people who are here, or if you're on Zoom, connecting with the people in the other boxes. And as the service begins, we ask that you please take a moment and not just silence your phone, but to turn it on airplane mode. Really give yourself permission to land, to ground, and be present as we join together in this community. Our prelude this morning will be the traditional Scottish ditty, Auld Lang Syne, performed by Cattabiani. Our opening words for today is a poem, Let Go, by Lois Van Leer. Let go of all that binds you, of all that burdens you, of what you carry, of all that shames you, of fear, of trespasses and transgressions, of woundedness. Let go of guilt. Let go of anger. Let go of small-mindedness and pettiness, of ways of being that no longer work for you, of compulsions that consume your living. Let go of what you cannot change. Let go of regret, of that which haunts you. Let go of pain. Let go of ways in which you miss the mark. Let go. We will join together now to say the words of our unison affirmation. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love to all living beings. May we know once again that we are not isolated, but connected in wonder and joy, to mystery and miracle, in the universe, in this community, and in each other. We don't have any kids today. I know we're all kids at heart, but does anyone want to come up? All right. So let's join together in the words of our chalice lighting. We light this chalice in grateful, loving community. Even in the darkest of times, may its flame light paths to courage, justice, and hope. Thank you, Don. And let's all join in singing number 51, Lady of the Season's Laughter. Our Not for Children Only today is a story called Hot Day on Abbott Avenue. I chose this because the imagery of a hot day is so welcome on cold ones. Hot day on Abbott Avenue. Too hot to even flutter a fan. Buster, snoozing, barely flicks flies at his ears. The cat keeps to herself under the house. Radio music swirls at an open window. Miss Johnson sits on her front porch watching heat rise off the street in wavy air. The fat sun drifts in the blue sky. So hot. Kishi sits on her front porch counting mosquito bites. She counts 7. She sneaks a peek at Renee. Renee sits in the grass looking for 4-leaf clovers. She finds not a one. She sneaks a peek at Kishi. Hey, Miss Johnson calls out, you girls still mad? Forever, Kishi answers. Forever and a day, Renee adds. It's a best friend breakup day. Later, when the fat sun drifts toward the tall strand of pine, Kishi sits on her front porch doing nothing at all. Renee sits on her front porch doing the same. Come on over here and help me with my crossword puzzle, Miss Johnson says. You know how long it takes when I don't have y'all's help. No thanks, Kishi says. Not today, says Renee. Not on a never going to be friends again day. Later still, when the fat sun kisses the tops of the trees, Kishi aims the water hose straight up, then jumps through the waterfall. So cool. Renee plays hopscotch by herself. You girls want to help me weed? Mr. Paul asks, kneeling in his flower bed. Not today, Kishi says. No thanks, says Renee. No working together on a never speak to her again, even if she was the last person on earth day. Much later, when the fat sun hides its chin behind the tall stand of pine, Kishi sits on her front porch playing with the cat. Renee sits in the tree pretending to be the queen of Abbott Avenue. Come on and help me make a pitcher of ice-cold lemonade, Miss Johnson says, coming out of her house holding a wooden spoon. It's too hot to stay mad. Kishi should apologize, Renee calls down. For what? Kishi calls up. For buying the last blue ice pop from the ice cream man when she knows that blue ice pops are my favorite, Renee yells down. And mine too, Kishi shouts back. Hot days sure can make temper short, Miss Johnson says, shrugging and going back inside. Then, from somewhere down the street, a distant chant. Miss Mary, Mac, 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 all dressed in black, black, black. Kishi and Renee listen, with silver buttons, 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 all down her back, back, back. Kishi jumps off her porch and drifts toward the sound. Renee jumps out of the tree and drifts towards the sound. It's Darlene and Asia and Nikki. Kishi begins to run, Renee too, down Abbott Avenue to the chanting sounds and the humming ropes. It jumps so high, 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 it touched the sky, sky, sky. Now it's a jump day, a jump in lucky socks day. Take my end, Darlene orders, and Renee runs to take the rhythm out of Darlene's hands. Take mine, Asia says, and Kishi runs to do the same. Now it's a ropes hitting ground day, a ropes making a rainbow day. Ropes swishing air, whistling air, strumming air, kissing air. Over and over, feet hammer the hot ground, feet flashing like lightning, making music faster and faster to the bop, bop, bop of the thumping ropes. Louder and louder until Miss Johnson, listening to the late afternoon baseball game on the radio, turns it down to hear the sounds. In came the doctor, in came the nurse, in came the lady with the alligator purse. Mr. Solomon, the mailman coming down the street, stops to listen. Mrs. Foster, sweeping the walk at the corner grocery store, does the same. Even Buster stops his afternoon snooze, looks up, ears forward, then flops back down. The cat slithers out from under the house, takes a long look, then tips on down the street. All of a sudden, Kishi hears something. It sounds like the tinkle of the ice cream truck. Again, twice on this hot, hot day. She slows the ropes, heads turn, ropes fall to the ground. Down the street, they race for blue ice pops. So good. Darlene buys a blue ice pop. Asia does too. Blue ice pop for Nikki and one for Kishi, but none for Renee. They're all gone. Here, Renee, you can have half of mine, Kishi says, breaking hers in two. Thanks, Kishi, Renee says, smiling shyly. You're welcome, Kishi says, smiling back. The fat sun has slipped completely behind the tall stand of pine. The girls sit in Renee's porch, slurping blue ice pops and watching Buster chase the cat back under the house, watching Miss Johnson sleep with her head back, watching Mr. Paul trim his hedges. Pale blue juice drips down their arms all the way down to their elbows. Look what I can do, Renee says, trying to lick blue ice pop juice off her elbow. Kishi laughs and tries to do the same. Then it's a trying to lick blue ice pop juice off your elbow day, a forgetting all about what you were mad about day, a feeling good about being best friends again day. We don't have any children to sing out, so we will just carry on. Oh dear. On the fifth Sunday of each month, our collection goes to support the minister's discretionary fund. This special fund provides support for our members in difficult times. Your donation makes a real difference for all those whose lives hit a rough patch. There are several ways to give. Place cash or a check in the basket when it is passed, or use the QR code in your order of service, or you can even give electronically by going to uucatskill.org. If you wish your donation in the basket to go towards something other than the discretionary fund, you can use an envelope from the basket with your name and the purpose of your donation written on the envelope, or make a note in the memo line of your check. For the love and support we share with the world, please give generously. Our offertory music this morning is Turn, Turn, Turn by Pete Seeger, played by Catherine Cattabiani. On Tuesday, we will say goodbye to 2024, and Wednesday, we will ring in 2025. If you're thinking New Year's, what an arbitrary thing. To you, I'd say true. But aren't so many things in life arbitrary? So why not indulge in the turning of the page of the calendar, at least for the next 15 minutes? On another level, as a congregation, we are preparing to leave this physical space. Soon we will no longer meet within these specific four walls. So perhaps using this ceremony as an opportunity to reflect on your time here in this building, and what lies ahead is another option for you calendar skeptics. And then also tomorrow marks the new moon, the first new moon of the next year. So it is like a non-arbitrary but, natural world occurrence. In the pagan tradition, which is grounded in a respect and reverence for the natural world, calling upon the four directions is the usual way to begin a ceremony. Today, pausing and honoring each direction will be our ceremony. In today's ceremony, each direction is associated with an element of the natural world and represents some part of our human nature as well. The directions are not seen as separate and isolated, but rather as part of the interdependent system of our world. Here, on our altar, we have the symbolic elements of each direction, and we will travel through the meanings associated with each one. Today's ceremony is about letting go, metaphoric cleansing and quenching of thirst, setting of intentions, self-anointing, healing, new beginnings, and possibilities. It is a service of words and the ritual of the burning bowl. At each stop around the circle of flame, water, oil, and light, you become your own healer and teacher. It is your personal circle of release, cleansing, intention, and hope to walk. We will start in the direction south with the element of fire, which symbolizes release. We learn about letting go from nature, from the trees releasing their leaves to preserve energy when the weather turns cold, to the snake shedding the skin that it has outgrown, to the crustacean leaving behind the shell that no longer fits and seeking a new one that does. A caterpillar surrenders its entire body and succumbs to goo inside its cocoon before it will emerge once more as a butterfly. When we give ourselves permission to acknowledge and look at what is holding us back, we have the ability to change. Releasing is not about erasing or burying with the intention to forget, but rather to recognize what can be learned, what can be gained, and to give gratitude for the opportunity to grow and heal. Nancy, whose pronouns are she, her, will share our reading for South and Fire.
Fire on Your Finger by Tony Jolie. Fire on your finger, fire in your eye, fire in your spirit, fire that won't die. Fire in the bare bones of being, fire to hold up what's right. Fire in the heart of darkness, fire to fuel love's light. Fire to burn but not consume, fire to learn and not assume, fire to live and give living room, fire to love and sing her tune.
As we continue to seek out stories of hope in the new year, there are also some things that we would very much like to put behind us from the old. At this time, you should all have pieces of paper, and if you do not, I will happily come around to give you one. And then also pencils. So if anyone needs a pencil, you can come on up and just grab right here as I go get the paper. So just checking in, does anybody need a pencil or paper? Everybody's got both? Okay, wonderful. So at this time, please take a piece of paper and write the things that you wish to let go of and to release. Please take as much time as you need for your paper to be complete.
So I gave us just a little piece of paper.
But as you feel ready, I invite you to come up and bring your piece of paper to place it in the burning bowl. If anyone wishes to share, this is kind of the sorrow-ish portion. If anyone wishes to share what they are releasing or wanting to release, you can absolutely do that and speak it into our space. So as you feel ready, coming up to our bowl, placing your paper, and letting it go.
Hi, I'm Paula, and I have 5, but I'll share 3. I almost needed the back side.
I don't think it's not working.
I'll talk loudly.
No. It's,
Is it on?
this one, it says it's on.
It doesn't matter. I
Okay.
can talk loudly. I want to let go of self-criticism, my need to be so busy, and my resentment and way of interacting with someone in my life.
Good point. Testing.
I had put in to let go of selfishness, emptiness, and boredom.
I wish to let go of mistrust, impatience, withholding, insecurity, ungratefulness, if that's a word, but you get the idea, insularity, resistance, and obsessive thinking.
Bruce, I just wanted to check if anyone on Zoom had anything that they wanted to share they were releasing.
No, not now.
Okay, okay, thank you. All right. So for now, I will light one piece of paper to symbolize the lighting and releasing of all that we have collectively let go. But after today's service, I will light all the others outside should anyone wish to join me at that time. Didn't think this. I'm just.
There's water in the bowl.
There is, but I don't want to put it in the water, so you know.
I'll put it up. Technical sports, we have some quiet background music playing. You're welcome to sing. Oh, not me. There you go. It's your fingers, don't want those fingers burned. Look at that.
So placing your hand on your heart. And let's all take a deep breath in and a breath out. Watching the smoke as it sends your sorrows, hurt, and pain into the ether and beyond. Flame and fire and searing heat burn all my fears to ash. Now we have words on the back of the Here Comes the Sun lyrics on the back. So we'll start with the first paragraph, saying together, "Today I release what I no longer want. I let go and let the universe work in this sacred experience. May I acknowledge the healing within me as I listen to my own inner wisdom. I open my heart to love." May what you have released here be forever gone from your spirit and cease to trouble you. May you be relieved and renewed by the fire. We turn now to the direction west with the element water, which symbolizes cleansing. Most religious traditions have understood the element of water as the great purifier, that which washes clean and makes new. It is the teacher of the mysteries of life, death, and rebirth. Springs, streams, rivers, creeks, lakes, pools, ponds, oceans are compassionate healers, relieving actual and metaphoric thirsts. Water in our lives is the power of purification, the healing balm of compassion, and the mystical presence of creativity. At this time, Don will share with us the reading of West and Water.
Be a full bucket, pulled up the dark way of a well, then lifted out into the light. Stars burn clear all night. Do that yourself, and a spring will rise in the dark with water your deepest thirst is for. Lumbi.
So at this time, if you would like, I invite you to come up to the altar and dip your hands into the water. Let the water cleanse your hands and by extension your whole being. If you choose to metaphorically dip your hands in the water from afar, just imagine the water running over your hands and by extension your whole being, washing and making clean again. Let the spring rise in the dark with water your deepest thirst is for. There will be 2 bowls up here for you. So once again, placing your hand on your heart center, your space, taking a breath in and a breath out. And we'll join together to say the second paragraph of words. Today, I cleanse and renew. I wash myself and let the universe work in this sacred experience. May I acknowledge the healing within me as I listen to my own inner wisdom. I open my heart to the purity that water brings. May what you have released here be forever gone from your spirit and cease to trouble you. May you be relieved and renewed by the water. We turn now to the direction north with oil, which symbolizes intention. Everything that happens in the universe starts with intention. Energy flows where intention goes. What would our lives be like if we lived them with awareness and intention? And intention we can return to at any moment, at any time. The new year awaits. What intention will you bring to it? Joyce, whose pronouns are they, them, will share with us the reading for North and intention.
One tree can start a forest. One bird can herald spring. One smile can begin a friendship. One hand can lift a soul. One star can guide a ship at sea. One word can frame the goal. One vote can change a nation. One sunbeam can light a room. One candle can wipe out darkness. One laugh can conquer gloom. One hope can raise our spirits. One touch can show you care. One voice can wake up everybody. One life can make the difference.
Taking a moment to quiet your mind. If you are able to, feeling your feet on the floor. Yourself in your seat. Feeling the support of the chair. Invite yourself to tap into the deepest part of you, the most authentic part of you. Listen softly and gently in this space. Dropping into this space, the question, what desire for the new year do I have? We will stay here listening for a few more moments of silent meditation. During that time, allowing your intention to naturally spring forward. As we continue for a few more moments of silent reflection, I invite you to notice what your body feels like as it sits in that space of intention. What might change within you? And now we will symbolically seal our intentions. In a moment with your intention in mind and embodied in yourself, I invite you to come forward. There is a bowl with fragrance-free oil, just so everyone knows. Please take a drop of the oil and anoint yourself however that feels right to you, allowing the oil to seal and set your intention. So you may come forward at this time. And if anyone would like to speak their intention out loud, I will have the microphone again for you to do so. Let us join together again to speak the words of the third paragraph. Today, I speak my intention for what my heart truly longs. As I anoint myself, I let the universe work in this sacred experience. May I acknowledge the healing within me as I listen to my own inner wisdom. I open my heart to purpose, and I am blessed with peace, grounding, and the fruition of my own wish. May what you have intended into being here come to you with ease. Just so you are aware, after today's service, there is a cloth over there on the small table, and this is the same cloth from last year's ceremony. The hope is that everyone will take a minute to write their intentions for this upcoming year. So it has the intentions from last year, and we will layer them and intertwine them with the intentions for this upcoming year, just to continue this cycle. And yes. So now we turn to the direction east with the candle, which symbolizes hope. Across millennia, human beings have lit lamps or torches or candles in sacred rituals. We light a candle for many purposes: to illuminate darkness, dedicate prayers, solidify intentions, offer blessings, evoke spirit, and to nourish grateful living. The candle's flame has a unique ability to touch the deepest part of our soul with warmth and enchantment, and its endless burning of hope in our hearts. Paula, whose pronouns are she and her, will share the reading for East and Hope.
The following words are by author Barbara Kingsolver. The very least you can do in your life is to figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof.
Allow yourself to close your eyes if that feels safe for you to do so. Take a few soothing breaths. Once again, place your hand or both hands lovingly over your heart center, giving yourself permission to connect deeply with yourself. I will light a candle as a symbol of the spark of life which abides within each of us and all around us. Even when extinguished, may it be as a light in the dark within you, offering hope to you always. And let's join and say the last words. Today, I stand in hope. I let the universe work in this sacred experience. May I acknowledge the healing within me as I listen to my own inner wisdom. I open my heart to love, and I am blessed with peace, joy, and harmony. May hope stay in your spirit and brighten your path ahead. May you be relieved and renewed. And now we will sing the words of our closing song, Here Comes the Sun. little more each day, here comes the sun. So now our closing words, which is a poem, Letting Go by Morgan Harper Nichols. Sometimes you have to let go. You have to accept that some of trees you thought were evergreen would only hold their leaves for a season. You have to realize that sometimes the conversations you thought would lead to more, new horizons, open door, might not lead to the results you were looking for. But in all of this letting go, you begin to find your heart kept beating, one beat at a time. A sign of life is still abundant within you, a flicker of hope in the shadows. There is more ahead of you. And we will say the words as we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. Thank you to everyone who helped with today's service. Thank you to all for participating. Please go with peace and blessings for a wonderful new year.